Welcome to another episode of Talk Body Podcast. And today I have with me Wendy Lois.
Such an honor to be here.
Yeah,
Very much pleased to be here.
yeah. Wendy Lois is
A friend before anything,
more than a friend.
really.
Yeah, a friend that you had real life experiences with.
True. Can't agree more.
So today I would like to know your opinion on very diverse things and different topics. And my interest will be in the hot topic of the week, which is Hakimi.
A topic that has brought a lot of emotions, you know. It begs so many questions, and for me, the most fundamental thing was in marriage. Two aspects into it. Why would you hide, your property and who you truly are from your partner? And from the lady, come on, how didn't she notice?
So are you supposed to be so vigilant when you're in love with someone?
I think as much.
You should be vigilant when you're in love with someone.
Because we are partners, Josh.
So should we be loving consciously? Because love is blind.
Love brings about so many things, makes you silly. But it's good to be very cautious even as you get entangled in love. Then when you graduate into marriage, of course, with your partner, you need to. My belief is never give yourself fully to somebody. That's my opinion. Even in marriage, Josh. Even in marriage. But you shouldn't hide. That was a very significant part of their marriage, Josh, that she didn't know.
So are you saying that finances is a part of is a necessary part of a relationship discussion?
Exactly, affirmative. I believe even before you get into marriage, you ought to discuss. Okay? But the interesting thing about this relationship is let's make it very clear that this lady was not dependent on Hakim's wealth to be quote unquote
Yeah,
termed as successful.
she's already established. She's a movie star in Spain, or, yeah,
Yeah,
in Europe. So,
yeah.
but even if a lady is a billionaire, she still wants more.
She wants to be
Women are
loved.
very ambitious.
We want to be cared for, which I think was happening and it blinded that side. Yeah, let me ask you, you as Josh, representing the men
Yeah,
in this conversation
yeah.
tonight, when you're taking care of the fundamental bills in the house, would you rather go take out money and bring to your lady, or would you give her access to your accounts with trust that it's gonna be okay?
I've not heard of any man that gives complete access, but I think men settle to give their wives monthly stipends, which they believe she should spend on, and it's enough depending on how much he makes. But they still also know how much he owns in his account. But I don't think if most couples are into having a joint account. Yeah, but having a joint account is important.
You could have a joint account.
Our parents all have joint accounts with our moms, but now
Oh,
in
really?
yeah, but now everybody is hiding their money.
So, what, in your opinion, what do you think brought about that mistrust? Because clearly that means you love me, but you do not love me with what you have and who you are. True or false?
When it comes to the fact that people establish prenuptial ties before they marry, um, there is this kind of protection the wealthy want to build about around their wealth that they don't want to lose it by marriage. Because modern times allows a girl who came from nothing to become something by marriage.
Okay, that thing really, it doesn't annoy me, Josh,
But it's marriage is an opportunity for many.
but even for the men,
Yes.
even for the men,
It's
right?
and then it's really good that it's about who has more money. That's who is gonna be taken from. If you have more money than me, I'm taking from you.
No, but look at it this way.
But if I have more money than you, you're taking from me. That's why guys run to protect assets by hiding it in shell companies so that on the event of the divorce, you do not lose any assets.
So we are looking at it from a point of let's get married, but I think
But I don't trust you.
yeah, you see, that's exactly what you're saying, Josh, you know. And to bring it closer home, even in Kenya, when the courts were discussing about the rules that are being put around divorce, and they were saying you can only go out with what you came in with,
I think
okay?
that is bad. I think you should earn from what you participated in your partner achieving, not you should go out with what you came with. It's a bit repressive towards women.
Why towards women? You know, you could be the man who stayed home and looked after the kids.
But in Africa, there are less men who stay home to look after the kids.
In this emerging generation.
In Africa, currently, we are still not emerging. We're trying to emerge.
Okay. So, because I honestly think you could not have put monetary value into it, Josh.
Yeah,
But
but people put monetary value into it because, let's say now, you are. I'll use the story of Dolly Parton. You're Dolly Parton. You have a net worth of $500 million, and your son, your only son, is about to get married, and you're not so sure about the girl because if there is no prenuptial agreement, the girl will take half of your wealth through your son. What would you do?
honestly, I would let them choose. If my son
That's
chooses
your money,
that,
though, not your son's
I
money.
I know,
That's a generational wealth.
I
Would you
know.
want it to go out of the family?
I think it's not going out, and especially if the lady has children by my son
And what if your son would still go ahead and have more children?
with other women,
Yes.
then they don't get to benefit anything. It's the one we married legally.
He will still marry others legally.
So then I have to put a cap to it.
That is, you also want prenuptial agreement.
Okay, Josh, I'm giving benefit to. I'm giving benefit. Okay, yeah, you got me. But we are giving benefit
Give it up
to
to
them.
me, boys. City boys, we are up.
That's a good one. But Josh, we give benefit to the first woman who comes, you know?
There are still gonna be, if you get past the first, there will still be the next. There will still be the next because life is infinite till death. There is this man who is a media mogul, I forgot his name. He's 89 and he's getting married again.
Because he's looking for something, right?
Nobody wants to be lonely. I think loneliness is the problem.
So wait, okay. With the digression, so with Hakim's case, yeah, what ran into my mind was, and this is now a question I'm gonna ask you:
Yes.
how involved was the wife with matters, home affairs? let me call it home affairs, management of properties, and how the kids are going to school, because I think they have two sons,
Yeah.
right? And this story only emerged after that incident of infidelity.
Okay, now, from what I read, Hakimi actually had an incident, maybe some accident or something happened, and this was wealth that was hidden before the wife.
Okay, yeah,
So
true.
he had some lawsuit that would threaten his money. So he never untied that. And also the girl never bothered to ask, what nigga, what do you have?
So she had enough going on for herself.
Yeah, she was in a bubble, the girl doll.
But though,
Because I know in a matured world, you start dating a girl, she'll ask you, nigga, I want to see what's up. Nigga,
true,
yeah.
true,
You have to
yeah.
you have to lay it bare. Even you yourself as a girl, you also lay it bare for him. Because you have to know what you're getting into. Marriage is about wealth exchange, bloodline exchange, and institution. Because so many things can come out of it. But the values of marriage are changing with time.
Okay.
That people, the rich want to protect their wealth. But that is why you see the rich actually marrying the rich.
It's and it's understandably so.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them. It's important.
But why marry me then?
So
Why
why
marry?
looking at money if you want to come into marriage? Can
Because
we
it's
love?
a
Is love money? Is love
will
money?
we eat love, Josh? Will we eat love?
Yeah, but actually, in my own values, I'm of the liberal mind that if you go into marriage and you bear kids in that marriage, you are entitled to live with something.
You know, you're commercializing it when you say live with something.
Yeah, because times change. You might find out that the person you used to love is no more the person you still love, and you want to have someone else to love, and life goes on.
So wait, very many boys to men were really congratulating Hakim and saying, "Bro,
That is
bro,
toxic.
you've shown us the
No,
way."
that is
So
toxic.
do you think we should hide things from each other then?
No, if you go into marriage with someone, your finances is supposed to be known, and even now, women are rich. You can't even find out your woman is richer than you are.
So
So I believe that if you have prenuptial ties with someone, I understand. Maybe you are trying to protect not even your wealth, maybe generational wealth, maybe wealth that was passed on to you.
okay.
Because if I have a trust, my kids cannot do anything. The only way that trust might run into trouble is by marriage, and you have to protect. It's not even their money. They didn't even hustle for it.
Okay.
It's just something they were born into. So I think that for her not even asking, why is she finding out after divorce? Is it like you married a stranger? She has kids for him. She is supposed to benefit something.
And that's just when we started, I said I didn't really get the picture, because then who are you married to?
Yeah, like, are you
If you
married to?
didn't know
You don't
his
know. You have to
house,
know
his cars, his everything is under the mom's name. So,
because he is hiding from a lawsuit previously.
but you should be able to share with me. This
Yeah,
shouldn't come as a shocker.
yeah.
But there's a plot twist. Do you think there's a possibility that the mom could play dirty on him? Do you think having everything under her name?
I want you to understand this genetic biological thing called mom and dad. In my own perspective,
Okay.
a father to the daughter is like a very strong bond. So is a son to the mom. Is a very strong bond that is very strong, that the trust is wholesome. You can go to bed knowing that your mother will do right by you. You can also go to bed knowing that your father will do right by you. So believing that your parents will do right by you. But the mother would not actually circumvent him and try to take his money from him. So what did she raise him for?
Okay. I
She
I,
raised him. And
true.
also one thing about women that suffered and tried and hustled and have a son and built wealth and allow the son to enjoy wealth, they tend to want to clamp down. Who is this boy gonna marry? It's hard because she sees that you didn't start this shit. Me, your mother started it. I suffered. I think I understand that part where moms want to be because this is like I was shaping a star till this star become this big and you chick out of nowhere you want to sow where you didn't reap. you know but now if you are a mother as well and you have um, a son, you should let go, man. Let go.
Okay, yeah. And what you're saying is based on
I'm not
the
supporting.
the norms the
Yeah.
norms in the society.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've heard, but there've been many cases, Josh, where somebody goes abroad, you know, and they're out there, they're hustling, they're not sleeping, they're not eating,
Yeah.
they're sending money back home
Yeah.
to their folks, their moms, their dads.
Yeah.
Then after 10 years, you come home and there's nothing to show. So for Hakim, he's been trusting the mom with all this. Then one day you wake up and the mom has played dirty. When I read that, I asked myself, is that a possibility?
Okay. From what I think, if your mom is wealthy, your mom is not gonna play you. But if you send a lot of money to your alcoholic mom, if you send money to your alcoholic dad and your alcoholic mom,
Wahala.
that's
Problem.
you see what happens.
But wouldn't you be
If
acting?
your mom is moral enough, you've seen your mom acting very moral ways of your mom. If you have a crazy mom, you know not to put money in her hands.
Josh, let me tell you something, and I beg to differ a bit because, especially when a human being comes from a point of lack, and it
Yeah,
happens
survival.
with bloodline, with friendships, with everything, the power of money changes people.
Yeah.
It switches the narrative.
Sometimes I've had people hurt me, with finance, and I assume that it's because of poverty. That's what I just said.
Coming from lack.
Yeah, I think poverty sometimes causes this. I think if they are better off, they wouldn't do that. That's how I console myself and tend to try to forgive you.
But like for her, we've said she had secured her bag, right?
Yeah, she's assuming to have secured an empty bag. She's assuming to have.
She went away. She had her own bag. She had her own money.
Yes.
But still, so we can't say she came from a place of lack.
No.
But she wanted
More.
she wanted what was rightfully hers. Come on.
Yeah, it's rightly her.
Yeah, 2 sons later. How long was the relationship? 2018 to date?
But
About 5 years.
she's even older than him. He was in his prime when they got married.
True.
And people try to bash her, saying that she is a weirdo. No, that's not right. Love is love.
Is love love?
Love is love.
Is love love?
In what aspects?
Well, just what you're saying. Love
Yeah.
is love.
But
But I'm
love is
asking,
love.
is love love really?
Yeah, but you have to watch your money though in love. If you go in a relationship where you have money, you don't want to have someone leave you and then all of a sudden you can't afford shit no more because now the house is sold and it's crazy. Even I've seen in the international setting where women are fall prey to these things, and the men refuse to work. She has to pay for him to move on with life, spousal support.
So
So it's also a predatory move against either sexes
that I agree 100%
because
because
there are rules for rich people.
whether we like it or not.
There are poor people can insult each other. They don't know that you're insulting a rich person. They're just listening. They're just listening. You say the one they can use against you, they say, defamation. So that's why I'm saying there are rules for rich people. And in divorces for rich people. Not you, a nigga with your 5 boxers and 5 shoes and 3 shirts and 2 pants.
Okay, I think
Somewhere in your bedroom, you're worried about Hakimi.
so Josh, wait, just tell
It's rich
me.
people problems.
Tell me.
Rich people weaponize divorce. Poor people or people who are not well to do, they just want to live and have peace.
But they don't they separate? They do. Maybe
They
only
do.
only that they don't go through the divorce process because in
Yeah,
itself
the proper
it's
divorce
expensive.
process.
It's
Yeah.
expensive.
If you really want to fight that fight, you have to have money for lawyers.
Wait, let me tell you something first. Even at the beginning, they didn't even get legally married. So poor people. It's
Yeah.
I moved
No,
in
poor
with
people
you.
still do.
You know, I moved.
Marriage
in,
is not
I-
expensive. Marriage is not expensive.
I moved in
We
with
made it
you.
expensive.
I didn't go home
Oh,
2,
come
3
we
weeks
stay.
later, months,
Come we stay.
and now it's
I'm
10
pregnant.
years.
Come and stay with me.
But Josh, let me ask you. So, how much should we share before we get into the institution? Because I think I come from a school of thought that I need to know. I don't beg to know everything, but I should know the millions. I should know the dollars. I should know the lawsuits, right? Because I think it's a partnership, you know. But just there's something very keen that you said is we've commercialized the institution.
Yeah.
We are coming together, but everyone is keeping a safe distance. You know, I'm loving you from an arm's length.
Like,
And our parents
gotcha,
didn't do that.
I have a pistol. You know those movie scenes that's like, okay, keep down your weapon, I keep down my weapon, let's fight man to man. Since you wanna do Tai Chi, let's not shoot.
Yeah.
That is marriage.
Yeah.
And then you keep down your weapons, he brings another one. Gotcha, I got you.
So how should we do it, really?
Yeah, but however, among people who have wealth, you know, marriage is a very serious discussion. And even in medieval times, the kings, when they marry, they can only marry royalty. They can't. That's where
Royalty in royalty.
yeah, because of wealth. Marriage can improve and dissipate wealth.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%. The quality of life sometimes that you lead depends on your partner,
Yes.
you know, quote unquote.
Yes.
And it's value addition.
Yes.
So when we don't see eye to eye, it's value division.
Yeah. And now the relationship is over, the marriage is over, the fight is now. I gotta go with something. Everybody is planning, you know, where are documents? What am I gonna claim in this? You know, it's very sad, but it erodes the discussion of love in marriage that everybody has to premeditate on their finance.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Not to run into losses, you know. But I hope we can all improve.
What would your ideal what would your ideal situationship of love be?
My ideal situationship of love is allowing access. Sometimes, you know, secure your relationship. Security, money is security, but communication is more security. You know, tell your partner everything, the ones you can.
Okay.
The ones you can. Because nobody's perfect.
I agree. I think with the changing times and how we've evolved, and in this new age, we have new problems. When I make comparison to like our forefathers, it's different. I don't believe you should let anyone know you like fully. I don't know. For me, it's just like a
Because
defense
they
mechanism.
kind of weaponize it.
Exactly. Exactly. As you know, you hear very crazy stories of people who lived together 50, 60 years, then that turns out to be your worst enemy. But I think in the same breath, there's much importance to transparency. You know, I shouldn't look at you as a potential destroyer, killer, or enemy is the word I'm looking for, as a potential enemy. We should go into this with transparency and hope for the best, that we all come from a good place and a place of truth.
Yeah.
But I think that's an ideal situation in most of our heads, because in the practical world outside here, it's a man eat man society, you know?
And
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be for the longest of time to come.
And it will only get worse.
Yeah.
It will only get
Now
worse.
they've included even man eats man real life. Boy.
And
Well,
they are supporting it.
well, I'm happy to have you today, Wendy Lois. It's really wonderful to have a brief conversation with you, and
It's been a pleasure.
yeah, and I hope you can all follow her on social media, and it's gonna be pinned below, so you get to also see her live and see what she's up to next. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Josh, for having me. And let's try and love each other from an honest place.
Yes,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you.